We have our first ever European match today. The Europa League group stage kicks off today. Let's get into it and let's see how we get on. Welcome back then guys to the Red Del Revival, now here for episode 44 of our Road to Glory series with Kaiserslautern. And as I just mentioned in the intro, we today are kicking off the Europa League group stage game, our first European match of the series, and it's a tough old one with Atalanta today. Now before we get going, today's video, if you missed the last one where we went through all of our deadline day signings and sales and also took on Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga, there'll be a link right above me so if I can see exactly what took place in that episode. And of course, if you do enjoy today's video, do make sure to drop a like down onto it. And if you do want to keep up to date with any more of my content such as the Red Del Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when any of my content here on YouTube goes live. Now then, we haven't got any games to cover that have been taken on since last time out because it's literally carrying on straight away from last episode. And instead we're going to get straight into the European fixtures. In terms of the league, just so you know where we are sitting in it, we are 10th at the moment. We're very much mid-table, 4 played, 5 points from it, goal difference of 0. Pretty bang average, really. We are also been doing a league game today with Mainz in their local derby as well, but that'll be the second game of today's video. In terms of our Europa League group, just so you know who we have got, Atalanta is who we face today. We also have Charleroi from Belgium and also Slovan Bratislava. So really, I just hope we're the second best team in that group and we can qualify, but we will have to wait and see. In terms of how we line up for this first game here though, with Atalanta, there's a few rotated players into the squad. Of course, with it being Europa League, we have to make sure we do rest players where possible, otherwise fatigue and stuff is really going to kick in. So it's Stefan Schulz, our new signing as goalkeeper. He comes in for this match. He is the Continental Cup goalkeeper. That is what he's been promised. That's why he's playing today. It's then John Liuzio, Arnu and Lucas Mühl. Again, another deadline day signing coming into the team. Bruckner is at right back. It's then Ramsey is the regista. Franco at left back. Zikoski and Hikmet Gumish is the midfielders. And then Pellegrini and Skretterberg starting up front. I've dropped Security just to give him a rest here for this game. Let's get into this match then and let's see how we do go. We have to give a number to Stefan Schulz. We'll give him number 13. I can't give him number 1 as he wants because that's already been given out. But let's get into this game. I'm hoping we can at least avoid defeat here. If we lose the very first game in the Europa League group stage, especially at home, it's going to be tough. I know personally how good Atalanta are. I've done about 4 seasons managing them in this year's FM. So I know they've got a very, very decent side. We do have to be careful up against them in this game. I'm hoping, though, we can have a good performance. To be honest, a lot of the players in that side aren't the ones that start at Atalanta at the beginning of the save. So hopefully the team might be a little bit weaker than how they actually begin FM21. But we will have to wait and see. There's an early highlight, only 5 minutes in. That's a great interception from Franco. Come on, Hector Franco here. He's absolutely wasted that effort. He most certainly has. So far, to be honest, this season, we've only played the 4 games, but I've been pretty happy with the majority of the things in which we've seen. Defensively, we do look a lot stronger. Maybe going forward, we're a little bit not as strong, but I think that's more so because we've just got a lot of new players and they're all kind of bedding in and gelling and getting used to each other. But at the back, we definitely look a lot better. And as I'm saying that, we just got very lucky and didn't concede. I was pretty sure we were about to concede then, but thankfully we didn't. But is there a chance to counter-attack as well here? Skretterberg running with it. Come on, the young Norwegian. He goes out to Franco. Can he get a ball into the box? He does. It's pretty poor. Zikoski, Pellegrini. Are we going to have a chance on this? Bruckner now. I think the chance has already been shown really early on in that highlight, and that pass from Ramsey would suggest so. What a waste of time that end of the highlight was. But we haven't conceded yet, which is a positive. Overall, stat-wise, we're looking pretty good. Pretty good indeed. It's been pretty even, but we've had far more shots on target than Atalanta, so that's at least a good sign. I will encourage them, but it looks like we're going to go into half-time 0-0. But if I'm honest, I will take a 0-0 with Atalanta. As I said earlier, they are the toughest side in the group. They were a top seed in it. We were a 4th seed because we haven't had any European football since the 90s, I believe, with Kaiserslautern. So, yeah, it's not a surprise we were that lowly ranked. I'm going to say to them, if we can get a guy and make us favourites, I do think if we score first, we do have a chance. I'll say to the midfielders, I'm not happy with them, and the same with the attackers, because we haven't seen enough from them, really, in this game. We'll go into second half. Can we see a better showing from us in this period of the game? Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I may well bring off Skretterberg and Pellegrini pretty shortly, make a double change up front. But as I'm saying, there's a highlight here. Hikmet with the corner. Come on, Liuzzo at the far post. Skretterberg! He gets the goal. I think, as they're saying, there's no assist to it. I think the ball's actually headed into him off the line. I'm not 100% sure, but he's been credited with the goal regardless. Hikmet obviously had the corner. It went all the way in deep to that far post. Liuzzo headed it. It was going miles wide. And yeah, who was that there for Atalanta? Robotta. I don't know who he is, but he just headed it into Skretterberg's face. And we've gone 1-0 up. Lovely stuff. Really, really good. I think that's their left back, I think, for Robotta. Well, I'm going to make a change anyway. As Skretterberg has scored, I won't take him off the pitch now. But I will take Pellegrini off for Jimenez. I'm also going to take Zakowski off for Gallagher as well. Make that double change. I want to make sure Zakowski is fit enough for our upcoming league game with Mainz. It is also saying that Skretterberg suffered a twisted knee, so we probably should sub him off as well then, as that is the case. We don't want to risk him aggravating that injury. We'll go with Jimenez and Zakiri up front. We'll just go to a bit balanced. We'll also start doing a little bit of time wasting. I'm very happy to settle for a 1-0 in this game if we can do it. As I'm saying, I've got a bloody highlight. Always good. Atalanta free kick. Liuzzo does head it clear. It's not a great header though. No one was running onto it. We didn't get the second ball, sadly, for us. And now Atalanta have a chance to recycle the play here. Over to Robotta on this left-hand side. Ceballos now. Oh, I have a bad feeling now. Terrier for Atalanta. He's going to go for it. It's pretty dreadful, thankfully, for us. We're going to go cautious as a result of that. I'm also going to tell Ramsey to go as a DLP, but on defend. I'm also going to get Hikmet to go more supportive as well. Into the final 10 minutes. This highlight, I doubt there's actually going to be anything happening from it, but Hikmet with the corner. He's wasting a little bit of time, puts it in, and yep, what a surprise. As I imagined it would be, nothing has happened. We'll go defensive. There's a highlight. Okay, we'll go fully time wasted. We'll see what happens at this highlight. We may well have to change up how we're playing unless we get a chance from it. Bruckner here, come on. Oh no, it's a dreadful cross, but that's a terrible clearance from the Atalanta man. Hikmet here. Come on, Franco Ramsey keeping the ball quite nicely, which is good to see. Keeping the tempo nice and low as well. Being quite methodical with the ball, which is very good to see. A little bit of a risky ball there. Mule, please don't lose it. Okay, Franco on the ball. So far, we've looked pretty decent. Atalanta have had very few chances in this game, and we're into the last few minutes of it. If we can keep it. What is that ball? Aaron Ramsey, you absolute idiot. Oh, Stefan Schultz, the new boy in net with an absolutely clutch save. Oh my days. And then he's come out and claimed the corner as well. What a debut this kid is having at 19. Deary me, going to go very defensive. We're also going to lower the tempo even more. Go shorter passing. Stop passing to space. Stop the overlap. We're really going to go defensive now. Into the last minutes of stoppage time. Oh no. Final minute, there's a chance. Don't break our hearts, Atalanta. We want a debut win in Europe. Oh, Schultz, I thought he saved it. He's so unlucky. He got a brilliant hand to it and he just couldn't quite tip it wide of the post. And Bolo steals it at the death. Oh, that's so gutting. It's a great ball in from Sabitzer and there's a great header. And Schultz, he gets a really good hand to it, but the power on the header just takes it past him. Maybe Schultz should have done better. I don't know, but... Oh, that's gutting. That really is gutting. Maybe invited too much pressure, but the final minute of the game. I'm going to say they were unlucky. They were. Oh, dear me. Well, at least we didn't lose the opening day of the Europa League. That is probably the main thing up against the toughest side. But that's gutting. That is absolutely gut-wrenching. It really is. But we still have one more game to play. It's the local derby, the Rheinland-Pfalz derby with Mainz. So I'll see you for that game very shortly. Here we are then now for the second game of today's episode. Of course, we return now to league action in the Bundesliga. The team is somewhat similar to the one that just took on Atalanta. It's Schultz still in there, Lidin, now Torres and Liuzzo at the back. So there's been some changes in our back three. Ludwig, Garcia and Franco as the next set of back three, I guess. Zakowski and Hikmet then in the midfield. And then Jimenez and Zakiri are both starting up front. As I said earlier, I want to make sure the players are getting rotated and we're not risking too many injuries. Stuff like that. So that is how we're lining up. Let's get into this game. Of course, it's a massive game. If we can win this, it will really help us out in the league. Of course, let us bounce back straight away after that very, very gutting draw with Atalanta. But let's see how we do get on here up against Mainz. I'm going to say we're favourites, go out there and get the win. I think that's probably fair, really, thing to say. We are the home side, and of course we want to be making sure we can win this game with it being a derby. When you look at the form, we've got 1 win in our last 5, but when you also think about it, we've also undefeated in our last 4. So if you say it that way, it sounds really nice, but 1 win in 5, not quite so great. Mainz at the moment are on decent form, so hopefully we can get the job done on them. If we do win, we do leapfrog them as well, so that could be very, very vital indeed. We are at home, we are in our red kit. As I said earlier, I would be expecting us to win this with us being the home side. It's worth noting that Mainz are playing the same formation as Atalanta, a 5-2-1-2. And of course, it was a bit of a tough hole game that with Atalanta, so maybe it might be a similar case in this game. Let's hope it isn't, though. There's a decent ball put in there. I thought Jimenez was going to get a hang on Hitmet. Zakiri, is he onside? No, he's not. He was standing in an offside position. I thought he was. It looked way too easy for him to be getting that into the back of the net. They're checking it on VAR. We all know it didn't get given as offside. Let's be honest, it always is. It's been disallowed. Oh, what a shock. Whoever would have thought that? It was Hikmet, I think, with the flick. Every time it has a VAR check, my game always stutters now since the update. I don't know why, but Zakiri very much offside there. It was a good finish. It was a very, very good first-time finish, but sadly, it was offside. It would have been another assist there for Hikmet, so a bit of a shame it didn't count for him. Highlight now, though. Mainz starting with it. Okay, that throw in there from Mainz was dreadful. Hikmet with it. Come on. The young Turkish midfielder. Nice little run there from deep over to Zakiri. Come on, Andy. What are you going to do with it, mate? He's not had a great season so far, really. Franco Zakowski. Decent amount of space. He goes for it. Oh, what an effort. As soon as the ball fell to, I felt he's going to hit this. He's right footed. He's got really decent long shots. Oh, Szymon Zakowski. I think it's Simon because it looks like Simon in English. But a great strike from him. He bends it into the bottom right. The Mainz keeper had no chance. A wonderful goal. It's 1-0 after 25 minutes played. Really good stuff. That's our first shot on target as well because obviously the offside goal didn't count. But, oh, what a great start to the game. If we can get a win today and bounce back after that disappointing draw, it will be very, very good stuff indeed. It looks like we're going to go into half-time with the lead. Indeed, we are. A really good shame. We are really dominating the game in comparison to Mainz when you look at stats. I'm going to go and point the finger and say don't get complacent. I think that's a fair thing to say. I'm also going to make a change and take off Ludwig. He's not having a great showing so far at right back. We'll get Bruckner onto the pitch in his place and then go straight out for the second half. Nothing tactical is changing. Just the personnel. I also see that Torres and really all of our defenders having poor matches. I don't really know why because we're keeping Mainz out, so you think they'd be playing well, but apparently they're not. Who on earth knows? There's a highlight now, though. Almost 60 minutes played. Please don't be a chance of Mainz. I just want it to be an easy game after Atalanta just gut-wrench punch, basically. Hang on, Hikmet here for a chance for a goal. It's a good save on the Mainz keeper. If he got a goal, then that would have been really good for his morale. Of course, it's only, I think, his 3rd game since arriving. He hasn't scored yet, so it'd be nice for him to get one. And wow, Nemeth there for Mainz heads onto the bar, I think. I think it did clip the bar. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to make some changes. Let's see what happens here. It's a dreadful throw, but Bruckner should get there first. Indeed, he has the Pablo Garcia. Come on, Garcia. What's he going to do with it? He loses the ball is what he's going to do with it. That was dreadful. Absolutely awful play from Garcia. Now, if we can win this back, we might have a chance to get a goal, but otherwise it's probably going to be a good chance for Mainz here. They're taking their time, building up from the back, playing some risky football, really. Really dodgy play there, and they've now lost it after the keeper's played it long. I've got no idea what they're doing. Franco with it. Now to Hikmet. Lovely ball. Zakiri's got to be this time. It bloody is. I can't rule that one out for offside. A brilliant first-time pass from Hikmet there, showing off his passing and his vision. And a lovely little strike from Andy Zakiri. I think that's his first goal in the league. It's his 3rd in all competitions. Franco plays it, and then, yeah, Hikmet just... Oh, it's a wonderful assist. Such a good ball. The way he spotted the run and everything. We're going to make some changes now, though. I am going to sub Hikmet off because he's looking a little bit tired. I'm going to get Garcia on and then swap Garcia and Garcia over. Nice and confusing stuff, of course. And I'm also going to sub off Zakowski for Gallagher. I don't want either of them 2 midfielders getting injured because they are probably 2 of our best players, if you think about it, really. They are very, very top players. And at the moment, we're whizzing through the second half. I will be happy to just stick with this and have the 2-0. That will really suit me down to the ground. And we're into stoppage time. It looks like it is going to indeed be the case. And it is. we have won the derby game. A really comfortable performance there. A really nice way to bounce back after the Europa League match. Outstretched arms. Well done, lads. A good win for us. Really, really fantastic performance. And it puts us back into the top half. We are up into 8th place. Now on 8 points after winning the derby with Mainz. Honestly, a fantastic performance there. I wasn't sure how we would do after the showing in the Europa League and obviously losing points so late on in it, but a really, really top way to come back after that result. In terms, of course, of the schedule and what we're going to come back for next episode, I'm going to play through the rest of September. We have 2 decent games coming up against Stuttgart and in Hertha Berlin, but we will come back at the beginning of October. We then have to take on Charleroi, the Belgian side in the Europa League group, who are currently top of it after they were the only team to have won on the opening day, and also we'll be playing Hoffenheim, so it's going to be a tough game in the Europa League and an even tougher match in the Bundesliga, but of course that will all be coming in next episode. Overall though, guys, that brings this video here to a close. And I'll be honest, a draw and a win, I'm pretty happy with that. We're now undefeated in 5 games, I believe. We've got 2 wins in our last 5 as well. Pretty good stuff, of course. Europa League was so close to getting an opening day win, but sadly we just didn't quite manage it. But even so, Stefan Schulz, the new keeper, he's got a clean sheet in his first 2 games. Should really have had 2, but it wasn't quite to be. But even so, a good showing from the young kid in there, and I think we're in a good position moving forward. Of course, we have 2 tough games next episode, but hopefully we can perform well in those matches as well. Of course, guys, if you did enjoy today's video, do make sure to drop a like down onto it. And if you are looking forward to seeing any more of my content, such as the Red Devil Revival, then do make sure to hit that subscribe button and to ring that notification bell to be notified when my content here on YouTube goes live. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you again next time.